Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Michael Garin.
Opa! Thank you. Thank you. In the words of the great Mike Tyson, everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. Now, this song was called Surf Carmen. It's from the CD, Hey Look, It's Michael and Mardie, which I recently, thank you very much, which I recently recorded and released with my beloved music and life partner, Miss Mardie Millit. Opa! It's a toe tapper, ain't it? Yeah, I saw some heads bopping and some toes tapping, all that. Now, why do we do that? What is it in music that gets us to move? What makes us want to be a part of that rhythm? I like to think of it as the vase falling off of a table. You're at somebody's house, somebody bumps into a table, a vase starts wobbling. What do? You reach for it so it doesn't fall. That's a visual cue. This is an oral cue. You're hearing something, and your body naturally wants to be a part of it. Like, remember when you saw Psycho or Jaws, and that music, bum, 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 bum. Your heart starts beating a little faster, and you're already like physiologically predisposed to being scared. Right? It scares me just talking about it. Of course, it helps to have a nut bag with a knife or a big-ass shark chasing after you. The bottom line is, if I get my shit right, you're going to move. And that's how I've made my living. Because when you move, you get thirsty. And when you get thirsty, you buy drinks. And that's why bars hire guys like me. Let me show you some other stuff. This is a C major triad. It's a happy sound. Happy sound, like Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone. Okay? Now, if we take that middle note and we move it down half a step, we got a sad song. That's a C minor. Something tragic in Italian. Okay, so let's go back to the happy. We like the happy. We'll say we're here with a happy now. We're going to add another note, a B flat. That's going to make it a C7. So that's kind of like jazzy and bluesy. I'm on to Kansas City. This time I'm going to win the World Series. Okay, now, if we take that note and we move it up just a half a step, we get what's called a C major 7. It's like a hip French movie from the 60s, right? Da 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 da. Right? But if we go back to the sad chord and we add the major 7th, you know what we get? Oh, shit. Something bad's going to happen. Somebody's got a plan and they got punched in the mouth. Oh, man. Anyway, we'll get back to that. Okay, once upon a time, there was a club called the Cafe Finjan. So it was a Middle Eastern nightclub. It was primarily Israeli and Arabic music. And I used to sit next to this great percussionist named Ali Hafid. And Ali Hafid was the master of the great North African songbook. And he started doing one of his, pop songs from Morocco, and I didn't quite get the beat, I didn't quite get the groove, and I said, what do we do here? I'm not sure. And he looked at me, and he said something that changed my life. He said, Afro-Cuban. I went, oh. So Arabic music is to Latin music as blues is to rock and roll and jazz. Oh. Give you an example. Here's a Moroccan pop song. Yalala yahalali, yalala yahalali, aili, ailech sidich bibi finahuwa. Here's Malagueña. Bum 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 da 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 da. Okay? It's a 3 against a 2. Syncopation. Or as I like to call it, a vase falling off of a table. Here's a bit more. Dorbe hayashbani dorbe ha dorbe hatech dawanik wale ay 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 cantai no llores alesh yochzeli wale yesh lochzeli meshiti haiti fesh yuktatem près des rampons de Seville chez mon ami Lilas Pastia. Allah, Allah, ya Baba, wa salam alayka, ya Baba. Allah, Allah, ya Baba, wa salam alayka, ya Baba. Ya Raya winum safa turuch taya wa tawali. جعلنا بدول عباري القفلين كبلك وكبلي بالو 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 بونيتو بالو هي هي بالو بونيتو بالو It's a small world after all. La, da, 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 da. If you got a better idea how to get out of this medley, I'm all ears. La da dum bam 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 ba dum boom. Yeah. Opa! Thank you. All right. You know, folks, as time goes by, I tend to value experiences more than things. You know, things break, things get lost, things collect dust. Experiences grow exaggerated and less accurate with time. I had 2 wonderful back-to-back jobs in the 80s, which were completely... I get whiplash just thinking about them. One of them was the piano player in the VIP lounge at Limelight. And the other one was musical director of the late night cabaret at the Williamstown Theater Festival. All right? Pretty cool. So, Limelight, for you youngins, it's a stone church on 6th Avenue and 20th Street, and back in the day it was a very notorious disco, and I got the job playing in the VIP room, which is at the tippy top of the church, okay? And it was great, midnight to 4, great hours, right? So on my first night, the manager told me, look, I'll meet you downstairs. I went, okay. And what I realized, what he meant was, you are so not nearly cool enough to get into the building on your own that I'm going to have to walk you in. I said, fine. So he meets me downstairs and he goes, I don't want to make you nervous, but Zappa's upstairs. I said, Frank Zappa's upstairs. He goes, yes, that's my first night here. He goes, yeah. So, whoa. So we go up to the tippy top, and we go into the VIP room at Limelight, and there's Frank Zappa. And they say, Mike, this is Frank Zappa. I said, hi, Mr. Zappa. And he says, so what kind of music do you play? I said, whatever keeps me employed. He goes, well, play me some employment music. And he was the sweetest guy you'd ever want to meet. Miss him dearly. Now, on my breaks, what I would do is I would walk out on the catwalk way at the tippy top, and I would look down and I would watch the DJs work the dance floor, because they did something which I thought was absolutely amazing. They had a mathematical precision that they would build the crowd up to a frenzy, and they would bring it back down, and then they would do it again. I said, man, I got to do that. That's great. For example, when they played Satisfaction, and everybody's dancing and singing Satisfaction, and it gets to the point, I can't get no, they pull all the faders down. So all you heard was the people on the dance floor going, I can't get no. Then the music would come back up, and I went, man, that's cool. Now later, when I got a job at the Monkey Bar, the piano was in a corner behind a pole. They couldn't see me, I couldn't see them. I thought, wait a minute, I'm a DJ. I got it, I'm a DJ. I don't have turntables, I have these keys. And whenever anybody asks me, don't you mind it when people talk or have a commotion while you're playing? I say, would you ask that of a DJ? See what I mean? I'm gonna write a little letter, gonna send it to my local DJ. It's a jumpy little record, I want my jockey to play. Roll over Beethoven, got to hit again today. You know the temperature's rising, the jukebox is blowing a fuse. All my heart beating rhythm and my soul keeps singing the blues. Roll over Beethoven, I'm marching in 2 by 2. Well, if you really like it, go get your lover and reel and rock it. Well, one another and move on up just a trifle further and reel and rock it. One another, roll over Beethoven and tell Tchaikovsky the news. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, makes you wanna holler, hi-da-ho. Burns your tummy, don't you know? Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, jukebox and a sawdust floor, like something I ain't never seen. Heck, I'm only going on 15, but with the help of my finagling uncle, I get let in for my first taste of sin. First time for everything, my ears still ring. Well, if you really like it, go get your lover and a reel and rock it with one another and move on up just a trifle further and reel and rock it. One another, roll over Beethoven and tell Tchaikovsky the news. Roll over Beethoven, I'm marching in 2 by 2. Roll over Beethoven and tell Tchaikovsky the news. Yeah. Thank you. Opa. Opa. So I'm looking through the trades, and I see musical director, late night cabaret, Williamstown Theater Festival. I thought, I need a job. I don't know what a musical director does. I've never musical directed. I need a job. I've heard of the Williamstown Theater Festival. That's a pretty famous place. So I set my phaser to bullshit. And I got the job. Went up there, it's tremendous experience. It's, you know, great actors, great plays, tremendous workloads, really terrific. And part of my responsibilities as musical director of the late night cabaret at Williamstown is to go up to the actors, some pretty famous, some not so, and ask them if they would sing a song in the late night cabaret after the show. I said, okay. So I asked, and some of them said yes, and some of them said no. So tonight, I would like to do for you the song that Michael York rejected. I want to thank Eric Franzen for sending me this song. Yeah, it's called The Greater Manhattan Love Song, or The Greater Man Hath No Love Song, and it's written by Gary B. White. Elmo, the skipping turtle, Eloise, the singing snail, Genevieve, the pooching cupcake, Roy, the big old stupid whale, air-conditioned cars in Texas, mountains spewing chocolate goo, 20-color televisions, 80 tubes of airplane glue, Hollywood and Monte Carlo, Times Square and the Great White Way, our good and honest president, the sun to guide you through each day. Zorro played by Douglas Fairbanks. Don't forget the Holy Grail, the galaxy, and Albert Einstein, the numbered code that guides your mail. The universe has many wonders, and they are pretty great, it's true. But I love you, Charlotte Grossman. They can't hold a torch to you. Kind of screams Michael York, don't it? So I had a call from the office at Williamstown. They said, Elaine Stritch is in town, and we want her to be in the Cabaret, so go work with her. I went, yeah, sure. So Elaine Stritch, right? So I said, send her by. So she comes by. She's got the pin curls. She's rocking the Kent cigarette, you know, with a micronite filter. You know what the micronite filter is made out of? Asbestos. So she comes in. I said, so what do you want to do? She goes, I don't have any music. I said, I can't read. We're perfect. She goes, you know Broadway, baby? I said, yeah, I think so. So I started playing it. She goes, no, God damn it, it goes like this. I said, wow, okay. So we start working on the song, and I'm hunting and pecking, and she's giving me, no, God damn it, it goes like this. We get through the song. It sounds pretty good. We move on to the next song, and about every 30 seconds I hear, no, God damn it, it goes like this. Now, the rehearsal room at Williamstown is glass enclosed and looks out on this quad where company members are learning their lines and taking naps and eating lunch. And all of a sudden they start noticing Elaine Stritch is kicking Michael's ass. Let's go look. So this crowd starts descending on my office. And I can see it's like Night of the Living Actors, and they're coming at me. And she goes, no, God damn it, it goes like this. I looked her dead in the eye. I said, look, how much are you getting paid to do this? She goes, nothing. I said, me too, calm down. She looked me dead in the eye and she said, I like you. And that's why you put up with all of the bullshit so you can have an afternoon with somebody like Elaine Stritch. Okay? Rest in peace, baby. This one's for you. Now, if there's a smile on my face, it's only they're trying to fool the public. But when it comes down to fooling you, now, honey, that's quite a different subject. Now don't let my glad expression give you the wrong impression. Oh, baby, I'm sad. I'm feeling so bad. Like a clown, I fit to be glad, but you're gone and I'm feeling so sad. Ooh, yeah, well, there's some sad things, don't a man? Ain't too much sadder than the tears of a clown when there's no one around. Now, if I appear to be carefree, it's only to camouflage my sadness. In order to shield my pride, I try to cover this world with a show of gladness. But don't let my show convince you that I've been happy since you decided to go. I need you so. Ooh, yeah, well, there's some sad things known to man. Ain't too much sadder than the tears of a clown when there's no one around. Just like Pagliacci did, I try to keep my feeling good, but in the lonely room I cry the tears of a clown when there's no one around. The tears of a clown. No, God damn it, it goes like this. Thank you. Very fortunate to work with Spike Lee a couple of times. Very interesting gigs that man has. First time was a video for Anita Baker's song "No One in the World" off of her hit album Rapture. And it took place in the Apollo Theater on VJ Day, the day the World War II ended, and it was amateur night at the Apollo Theater. And the contestants were me, Spike, and Anita Baker. Spoiler alert, she won. But it was great. It was hanging out with, Anita Baker and Spike Lee and Ralph Cooper, who used to host the original amateur night. And it was great. It was a big production. And I'm looking around and said, there's about 200-300 people here. I'm one of two white dudes. Looking around going, oh, so this is what it's like. Okay. Which leads to as weird a gig as I've ever had. Spike called me up and said, I need you to do some voiceovers for Do the Right Thing. I said, sure. So in the business, I believe it's called looping. And you go into a studio and you wear headphones and there's a microphone and you look at a piece of film and there's like these flashing lights like at a drag race. You go boop, 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 and then you go, right? So spoiler alert, that movie ends with a riot. So he says, I need you to be the voices of the police and the firemen because all hell breaks loose and you gotta yell stuff. I said, fine. He goes, okay, you see the piece of film? Right, yeah. You see Ossie Davis is sitting on the stoop of a brownstone there, right? Yeah. I says, there's a kid running away from a cop and the cop's running after him with a billy club. I said, yeah. He goes, give me a motherfucking, and he says the N-word, which I won't say here. I went, motherfucking, He goes, yeah. I went, okay. So I did. And that was the afternoon, was basically the MF word and the N word repeatedly. Again, and again, and again. Now, mind you, this is SAG scale plus 10%. So I'm taking my time. And it's like, okay, more? Can you, fine, and MFN, MFN. It's like Monday Night Football. MFN, MFN. And finally, towards the end, he pulls me aside and says, Mike, give me every racial slur you've ever heard. I went, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, I went, okay. Spear chucker. And he goes, no. Tar baby. He goes, no. He said, porch monkey. He goes, I love it. We're looping porch monkey separately. Okay. And afterwards he says to me, where the fuck did you hear porch monkey? I went, Boston. He goes, well, that figures. Boston. I grew up in Maryland. I was in high school. We're sitting around talking, where do you want to go to college? And I went, I heard Boston's fun. I want to study theater, and I like small schools. And somebody said, you should go to Emerson. I went, okay. So I went to Emerson. I'm at Emerson. I'm playing the piano at a party. Somebody says, you're pretty good. You could play in New York. I went, okay. And that's how I've made the major decisions in my life. Okay. But as I said before, everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. As I walk down the street, seems everyone I meet gives me a friendly hello. I guess I am just a lucky so-and-so. The birds in every tree, they seem so neighborly. They follow wherever I go. I guess I am just a lucky so-and-so. If you should ask me the amount in my bank account, I have to admit that it's slipping. But that don't worry me, 'cause confidentially I got a dream, and it's a pippin'. And when the day is through, each night I hurry to a place where love waits, I know. I guess I am just a lucky so-and-so. If you should ask me the amount in my bank account, I have to admit it's slipping. But that don't worry me, 'cause confidentially I got a dream, and it's a pippin'. And when the day is through, each night I hurry to a place where love waits, I know. I guess I am just a lucky so-and-so. I guess I am just a lucky so-and-so. Thank you. We went out slowly. The night was pale. In the distances, the lights immersed, and you were beautiful with your two eyes, as tears were seen in them. The jackals wept, and you went to the vineyard, and your tear dropped like resin. And you remember the hours before we went on the narrow path to the battle, and you remembered our laughs like a stream, and you remembered a dance and a harmonica, and you remembered the pile of hay and the touch of the hand of the only one. And if you remained and the loneliness embraces, and you were walking slowly in the vineyards, you will wait, therefore, so quietly. We separated, and we gazed at each other, smiling. I don't know about you guys, but any lyric that has jackals and harmonicas, it's okay with me. The song is called Yatsanu At. Yatsanu At, chiver haya halayl, במרחקים הבליחו האורות, ואת היית יפה כשתי עינייך, את הדמעות היו בן הצורות. ילל התן ואת הלכת לכרם, ודמעתך נשרה כמו שרף, ואת זכרת את השעות בטרם יצאנו במשעול הצל הקרב, ואת זכרת צחוקנו כמו נחל, ואת זכרת ריקוד ומפוחית, ואת זכרת את הרמת השחת ואת מגע ידו של היחיד. ואם נותרת והבדידות חובקת, ואת פוסעת בכרמים לאט, את תחכי על כן כל כך בשקט. נפרדנו וחייכנו במבט. את תחכי על כן כל כך בשקט. נפרדנו וחייכנו במבט. Thank you. Do you guys like ghost stories? Do you believe in ghosts? I feel about ghosts about the same way I feel about God. I don't think it's real, but I believe in it anyway. Now, the only musician in my family, other than myself, was my dad's dad, who left the family when my dad was 4. Everybody told my dad that he had died. Everybody lied. He was a fiddle player with the remarkably unmarketable name of Baruch Grudzinski. And the scandal he left behind was born by the people he left behind. And so my dad was raised by a single mother in Germany. What could possibly go wrong? Now, the subject of this mystery grandfather was so shrouded in don't go there that it was really never on my radar. I just didn't really think about it. But a few years after my dad had passed, my sister had the idea to hire a private investigator to see what happened. You know, we had almost like corn silk strands of information that weren't very solid in any way, shape, or form. We think he got out of Europe alive. We think he went to Ohio. He changed his name to Goldberg. Imagine a fiddle player named Goldberg. What are the odds? But the thought, we might have a whole other family. And I'm thinking, yeah, whatevs. But then I started thinking about a song called Offen Pripitschik. Now, Offen Pripitschik is an old Yiddish lullaby. It goes, Offen Pripitschik brennt der Feierl und im Stub ist heiß. Und der Rebellerin kleine Kinderlach, der Mal of bass. The rabbi is teaching the children the alphabet by the warmth of a wood-burning stove. My dad could not be in the room when that song was either played or sung. He had to leave. I thought, that hurt was that raw that all those years later, all he had to do was hear that song, and he had to leave the room. And I thought, you know, guys from that generation didn't have the opportunity to avail themselves of counseling or therapy or talking things out. Because for that generation, that was a sign of weakness. And for that generation, weakness equals death. And now the story gets really weird. We have a dear friend, Perry Lyons, who you might call a psychic, but she is in fact an intuitive counselor. She has a very large clientele, some of whom are quite famous, and she's been written up in the New Yorker. So I thought, what the hell? Let's give it a try. Called her up, I made an appointment. I got on the phone and I said, here's the story. And halfway through it, she interrupts me and she says, he lived. I went, yeah? He goes, yeah. And for some reason, I'm getting Ohio. We think he may have changed his name to Goldberg. No, I'm getting like something like Thomas. I went, wow, okay. I said, I've always had this feeling that in my musical travels, I've run into his descendants, a grandson, a grandnephew, somebody, a cousin, what? Somewhere along my life, I've crossed paths with someone from his second life. And she goes, I'm getting a very big yes on that. I thought to myself, what the hell am I doing? Why am I chasing a ghost? I'm 61 years old. I know I look great, don't I? Yeah. I said, well, what is it about this business where people are missing something? A love, a respect, a sled called Rosebud, ruby slippers, a jewel-encrusted falcon, a jewel-encrusted fish. And much like the dog that's chasing the car, it seems to be more about the pursuit than the capture. I mean, because what is show business if not the intersection of narcissism and commerce? I thought back to that poor little guy in Germany. What was it like when he found out everybody lied to him? Poor little guy. His trust betrayed by his dad, his family, everyone around him. And worse to come, his country. Now won't you listen, honey, while I say, how could you tell me that you're going away? Don't say that we must part. Don't break your baby's heart. You know I've loved you for this many years. Love you night and day. Oh, baby, baby, can't you see my tears? Listen while I sing. After you've gone, left me crying. After you've gone, there's no denying. You'll be blue, you'll be sad. You miss the bestest friend you ever had. There'll come a time, now don't forget it. There'll come a time when you'll regret it. Oh, babe, think what you're doing. You know my love for you will drive me to ruin. After you've gone, after you've gone away. There'll come a time when you regret it, there'll come a time. Now don't forget it, oh babe. Think what you're doing. You know my love for you will drive me to ruin. After you've gone, after you've gone. Thank you. Goddamn allergies. Speaking of jewel-encrusted fish, you know what was really fun? The Song of Singapore. Eric Franzen, Bob Hipkins, Paula Lockhart, Alan Katz, AJ Antoon, the whole gang. It was so much fun, boy. I will forever be known as Drama Desk winner, Michael Garin. Now, the other competitors in our category that year were George Gershwin, Frank Lesser, and Jelly Roll Morton, or as I like to call them, Dead, Dead, and Dead. Now, the Drama Desk announces the winners before the event, so in order to sell tickets to people in that category, we had to win. Frankly, we'd have kicked their ass. But, so we won the Drama Desk Award, and now we're going to go to this big do at the Marriott Marquis. Okay, it's the Marriott Marquis. Dun, 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 dun. And we're all in tuxedos. And it's a big event, and we're all in tuxedos. And we go there, and all the different shows have their own table, right? So there's Nathan Lane and Guys and Dolls, right? And there's the late Gregory Hines, rest his soul, at with Jelly's Last Jam. And there's Patrick Stewart because of the Christmas Carol thing. And we're all in tuxedos. And our agent is with us, and our producers is with us, and it's like we're all looking sharp in our tuxedos. And so we sit at our table, dun, 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 it's the Drama Desk Awards, dun, dun. And the waiter comes over, and we're going to get a bunch of wine, and the producer whips out his credit card, and the waiter says, "I'm sorry, no credit cards." I mean, what do you mean no credit cards? Well, the Drama Desk organization and the Marriott Corporation have not done what they have to do in order for you to use credit cards. I said, now, great. So we're looking through our pockets for like chewing gum and guitar picks and, whatever, and nickels and dimes, because, we don't want to carry a wad of cash when you're wearing a tuxedo, which we were. So we, assemble this sad pile of change and stuff in the middle of the table. And at that point, one unnamed Song of Singapore creator asked another unnamed Song of Singapore creator, "Did you bring that joint?" The answer being in the affirmative, we lit that bad boy up and we passed it under the table. And we thought, what happens if we get caught? And we decided we would blame Guys and Dolls, starring Nathan Lane. Here's a little something from Song of Singapore. Musicians are a nasty lot. They drink, they spit, they gamble, and aimlessly they ramble and ask you for advances on the spot. Musicians are a brimming chamber pot. I can spot a foul musician whene'er I chance to see one. Regrettably, I'm sometimes forced to be one. But I'm the leader of the band, and I got them in the palm of my hand. They never get an even deal. It's a lesson that we both have learned. Be nice to a musician and you'll always end up burned. Now I've played in every gin mill from Paris down to Perth, and I say never pay musicians what they're worth. Musicians are a fetid group, I swear. This is no joke. They curse, they lie, they sleep till noon, and God knows what they smoke. Musicians think they know it all, think they can walk on water. Don't let them near the things you prize. Your house, your car, your mother, your daughter. But surely as the waves wash on the sand, shh, it's the waves on the sand. I've got them by the eighth notes when they try to take the stand. 'Cause I'm the leader of the band. And I've got them in the palm of my hand. They never get an even deal, we never get an even deal. It's a lesson that we both have learned. Be nice to a musician and you'll always end up burned. Now I've played in every gin mill from Paris down to Perth, and I say never pay musicians. He never pays musicians. I never pay musicians what they're worth. It isn't worth it. I never pay musicians what they're worth. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, you know, I've had my share of good breaks. I've had my share of bad breaks. But after 40 years, I'm still doing this. And these days, that ain't easy. And you know what? I'm a lucky guy. I mean, I have a beautiful wife, my life and music partner, wonderful Mardie Millit. I have two wonderful sons who have turned into the rarest of commodities, nice people. And my ex-wife married a millionaire. So, Mike Tyson, notwithstanding the giving and the receiving of planning and punches, we have come to that part of the show which I like to call the finale. And I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I know you gave up the Texas versus Cincinnati football game. I feel your pain. I want to thank my super duper director, Michael Shirali. I want to thank the staff and management here at the Metropolitan Room. I want to thank all y'all for coming out and sharing the fun. And, you know, be nice to your server. They just did a study in the New England Journal of Medicine that generous tipping increases sexual performance. You may want to test it out yourselves. But anyway, I decided I was going to write a finale specifically for this show because I've worked in these kind of rooms a long time, and there's something that happens here at the end of the show, and I wanted to pay homage to that and to everybody that's enough of a knucklehead to get up here and do this stuff. So here's the finale. At the end of every cabaret show, no matter where you go, like here at the Metropolitan Room, or at 54 below, excuse me, Feinstein's 54 below. There's a dance we do when it's time to leave, but the dance we do was designed to deceive, not to cause a big kerfuffle. We're just doing the encore shuffle. The encore shuffle. At the end of the show, you got one more song, but you pretend to go and hope and pray they'll bring you back for just one more. The encore shuffle can take its toll 'cause you haven't fooled a goddamn soul. They know you'll be back 'cause they're sharp as a tack. So if the clapping fades while you're in the aisle, turn and pause and smile a while. The message will be clear as day. Stand there with your arms extended and all will go as you intended. You're gonna sing that MF encore. anyway. So change the key and slow it down for every vertical smile and horizontal frown. You're on your own if they really let you go. 'Cause it's the encore shuffle. Encore shuffle. The encore shuffle. The only time that no does not mean no. It's the encore shuffle. The encore shuffle. The only time that no does not mean no. I'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Garin.
Check one. You know, one night when I first moved to New York and I heard that Philip Glass was the thing you got to go see, and I didn't know him from Adam. I'm sitting there and I'm here. Okay. At the end of the, just, you know, the lights go down, and just before the applause, I went, one more time. So one of the great pleasures of New York was working with the Adobe Theater Company. And the Adobe Theater Company was, you know, they had a great run. They did such classics as Puna the Fuck Dog, which featured my children and Peter Dinklage. Director says, I got something for your kids in Puna. I said, in Puna? He said, yeah, what? He says, they got shot to death by a giant pack of cigarettes. Cool, let me ask him. Hey guys, you want to be in the new Adobe play? Yay! It's called Puna the Fuck Dog. Yay! You get shot to death by a giant pack of cigarettes. We love you, Daddy! So you know? So, it was great. I said, you know, they're going to be written up in the Times. It sure was. There's this great play. We can't print the title. So anyway, the first show I wrote for them was a show called Duet, which was written by Greg Jackson and Aaron Quinn Purcell. Greg Jackson is now playing in Gentleman's Guide, and Aaron Quinn Purcell is cooking up some great stuff that I don't know about yet. Anyway, they wrote a show called Duet, and they said, we need a song in the second act for a singing frog. I said, okay, sure. Frog's going to talk about his life, so write a song where a frog talks about his life. I said, okay. So here it is. Can I leave this up here?
Yep.
We might need it. After extensive thought and meditation, I decided to call this the Frog Song. When I wrap my tongue around a fly, it matters not the reason why I'm a frog, you see, it's how I live my life. As a tadpole in a scummy pond, with nature I have made a bond. I'll be Mr. Froggy, courting a froggy wife. But my world is fraught with danger. Within my favorite haunts, there's birds and snakes and larger frogs and a really hot French restaurant. So live every day like it's your last. Gee, but it's over kind of fast. 1 minute it's a day in June, then you're a meal for some raccoon. So live every day like it's your last. Tell everyone just how you feel. What precious moments can you steal? Before the sun begins to set, it's the only chance you ever get. So, tell everyone just how you feel. Everybody's different. The world, it takes all sorts. If you love a toad, pretend he's just a frog that's got some warts. And share every moment, good and bad. Think of the pleasures to be had. Defeat the numbing stain of fear, for soon we all must disappear. If you need me, I'll be hanging at my pad. Share every moment, share every moment, share every moment, good and bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Garin.
I want to ask my better half to get up here and do a little work. Normally it takes a court order, but I think she'll be go for it.
I had no idea this was going to happen. That's why I dressed in all black. Baby, baby, looks like it's gonna hail. Baby, baby, looks like it's gonna hail. You better come inside, let me teach you how to jive and wail. Oh, you gotta jump and jive it, then you wail. You gotta jump and jive it, then you wail. You gotta jump and jive it, then you wail. You gotta jump and jive it, then you wail. You gotta jump and jive it, then you wail away. Papa's in the icebox looking for a can of ale.
Hey, where's my can of ale?
Papa's in the icebox looking for a can of ale. Have you tried the door? Mama's in the backyard learning how to jive and wail.
Oh, you gotta jump and jive in, then you wail. You gotta jump and jive in, then you wail. You gotta jump and jive in, then you wail. You gotta jump and jive in, then you wail. You gotta jump and jive in, then you wail away.
Take it, baby. He's signing into dial-up internet.
You've got mail.
See? A woman is a woman and a man ain't nothing but a man. I said a woman is a woman and a man ain't nothing but a male. One good thing about him, he knows how to jive and wail.
I gotta jump and jive in, then you wail. 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 Gotta jump and jive in, then you wail away.
Take another one, they're small.
It's like our first date.
Are you finished?
Why? What have you heard?
Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a pail. Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a euphemism. Jill stayed up, she wanted to learn how to jive and wail.
Oh, you gotta jump and jive in, then you wail. 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 Gotta jump and jive in, then you wail away. You gotta jump and jive in, then you wail away. You gotta jump and jive in, then you wail away. Thanks, everybody.